Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Upper St. Clair, home of the Lady Panthers volleyball. It's a yucky night outside. It's a great night inside for volleyball as the homestanding Panthers host the Tigers of Moon Township. The Panthers come into this contest. This is the last section match of the season with an 8-1 record, having won a thrilling match last night over the Blue Devils of Mount Lebanon. 3-1, and we certainly hope they've got some energy left tonight, as Moon has never been a pushover. We don't expect that to happen tonight either. I'll get the starting lineup set for you in just a minute. You'll see some familiar names on the St. Clair side. If you've been watching Cable 7 TV broadcast all season long, you'll know who they are. It's a senior-laden team. Number 18, Emily Muller, will start at the middle. Number 14, Katie Kennedy, is the senior setter. Number 12, Stephanie Jones, the senior hitter. Number 5, Alex Davin, senior, plays backline. She'll switch out with senior number 11, Caitlin McGahey, when the time is right. Junior Nina Camacho, number 9, and freshman libero number 21, Rachel Jones. She is the younger sister of number 12, Stephanie Jones. The officials are getting the lineup set here, and this match will determine for the Panthers whether they share the Section 5 championship with those same Mount Lebanon Blue Devils, as the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils beat the Panthers here some 3 weeks ago in another thrilling match. It was even more thrilling than last night. The match went to 5 games, and the Blue Devils ended up beating the Panthers by 2 points in overtime in that 5th game of the match. It went about as far as you can go and still be home by midnight. So we got revenge last night, but that ties us with the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils for first place. A victory over Moon tonight assures us of that. I'm not sure what Mount Lebanon has left. In any case, it's the first time the Panthers have made the WPIAL playoffs in many, many, many moons. It's going to be a great run. We hope they do well in it. Rachel Jones is hoisting the ball over for the Panthers. The set to the left side. Katie Kennedy on the left side for Stephanie Jones, dug out of there nicely by the libero, number 17, Amanda Ardinger, for the Moon Tigers. And there's one that works for the Panthers. 4 hits called on the Tigers, and the Panthers draw first blood at 1-0. It's real early, game number 1 of this best-of-5 match. Games go to 25. You win them by 2, and it's a best-of-5. First one to win 3 games wins the match. Blocked by Emily Muller. Goes right back to the Moon Tigers. On the 2-ball, double hit called on number 2, sophomore Maddie Fecco, playing the right side tonight. Katie Kennedy with another serve and a 2-0 Panther lead. The overpass goes right to the net. Caitlin McGahey wallops it back, but it finds a little Moon Township hand and keeps the ball in play. Katie Kennedy set left side. Steph Jones off the Moon block and recovered nicely. And over. Lane Baggett, the junior for Moon. Caitlin McGahey had a pretty good whack at it, but sends it way long, 10 feet or so long. Hoping probably for a tip on its way out of bounds. She didn't find one. And it is 2-1. Panther lead. Real early, game number 1. Lane Baggett, the junior outside hitter, with the serve for the Tigers. Caitlin McGahey digging that one off the floor. Emily Muller didn't find an open space, though. Jessica Patton, the senior outside hitter, and one just like Caitlin did a minute ago, had a really good look at it, but sailed it way wide. Sends a side out and serve back to the Panthers with senior Stephanie Jones doing the serving. Nice and smooth, okay? Nice and smooth. And out of bounds, there's a service ace. First of the night for Stephanie Jones, first for the team. When it goes over and doesn't come back, that's a service ace in anybody's book. First one for the Panthers. 4-1 Panther lead. That knuckleball just floats over the net. Into the Emily Muller, blocking down. First block for Emily Muller on the night for a point. Panthers rattling one home on the Moon Township side that time, and it's a 4-1 early Panther lead. Steph Jones again with that serve. Back set to the right side. Handled nicely, blocked by the Panthers. They'll loft it over on the 3-ball. Rachel Jones to Katie Kennedy. Back set to Emily Muller on the slide play. And it drops down. Slide play works very nicely. First kill of the night for Emily Muller. First for the team, and the Boone Township Tigers take an early timeout here to gather their thoughts, and so this game doesn't get away from them in a big hurry. Looks like the Panthers did not use up all their energy just last night in that 4-game set with the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. They seem to be off to a very fine start here tonight. They beat Moon Township early in the season at Moon's Place, 3-0. And have come a bit of a way since then. The Panthers have one match left coming up next this coming Monday night. A non-section match. They bring Hopewell to town to finish off the season and head into the WPIAL playoffs. Stephanie Jones, a senior, continuing with the serve. Nothing on the ball that time, but hoisted over by Ashley Buse, the junior. Left side, Nina Camacho tried to back up for it and went right into a block, but recovered nicely. Dug out of that by Caitlin McGahee. Another shot. All lofted over by Steph Jones. With power, Rachel Jones had a good look at it, but that one came from junior Ashley Buse. Rachel Jones getting a wrist on it, but it flew out of bounds across the St. Clair bench, and Ashley Buse jumps to the serve. Set to Caitlin McGahee, just wide, no tip. Nice hit with power, but landed about 3 feet wide. Kate was trying to place it at an empty spot. Found one. It was just outside the paint. Tigers creep back within 3. It's a 6-3 Panther lead. Game number 1 of this best-of-5 match. Nina Camacho. Oh, one of those I got it, you had it kind of a situations between Jessica Patton and Stephanie Kelly for Moon. Rattles off a wrist and out of bounds, and that sends the side out and serve back to the Panthers with a 7-3 4-point lead. Rachel Jones, the freshman, with the serve. Nice set and just oozed over into the donut, but picked up nicely by Katie Kennedy. Steph Jones from the back row. Dragged out of there by Amanda Ardinger from Moon. Net looks like Nina Camacho was in the net for the Panthers. Send that violation, sends the ball over to the Moon Tigers. Substitution on the floor. Number 19 is Katie Love for the Tigers. Number 23 to do the serving. Nina Camacho keeping that ball alive. Caitlin McGahee into the block, but gets it right back. From the back row, Steph Jones. There's the one that just lofted over into the donut hole where nobody was standing. That was Amanda Rossetti, the senior middle hitter for Moon Township, and they're back within 2 at 7-5. Casey Patton, the sophomore setter, with the serve. Somebody was in the net for Moon that time. Sorry, on our screen, I couldn't quite see who it was, but that violation gets the ball right back to side out. For the Panthers, substitution, Caitlin McGahee takes a spot on the bench. Alex Davin comes in to play the back line. Nice attempt by Jessica Patton that time. It had a really good look at it, but walloped it right down into the net, preserving the serve and the point for the Panthers. 9-5, 4-point Panther lead. Alex Davin with a backspin serve from the left side. Not sure whether it was in the block or into the net, but it works out either way, as Katie Love didn't get quite enough on that. Point to the Panthers builds that lead back to 5 at 10-5. Back set to the right side, just oozed over the net by Jessica Patton. Panthers not able to come up with it. It's not how hard you hit him, it's where. And that was well placed that time by Jessica. She strides right up to the serving slot. Katie Mahenko with power, but it goes off the moon block and stays in play. Sailing really wide. Katie Love, the junior. Sails it wide. Possession back to the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Nita Camacho, the junior, will do the serve. Top spin recovered by the Moon Township, and that one found a nice spot right there in the middle of the floor. Amanda Rossetti with that kill. Side out and point for Moon. Amanda Ardinger with the serve. She's playing libero tonight with a white shirt on. Katie Kennedy with that set to the left side. Steph Jones off the moon block and out of bounds. Very nice kill for Steph Jones, her first of the night. She has led the team all season long in kills. I imagine we'll see a lot more of her tonight, and the Panthers keep that 5-point lead at 12-7. Katie Mahenko, the senior, number 17, with the serve. Another soft one, just edged over the net. Ashley Buse that time. Finding an open spot. Panthers in decent shape here, trading points. That won't last forever. They need to put a couple more together. Substitutions on the floor. Number 34 is Alyssa Hall. And number 2, Maddie Fetko, sophomore, playing the right side. Liberal substitutions by the Tigers. Alyssa Hall with the serve. Rachel Jones picks that up. Katie Kennedy with the set. Steph Jones edging it over the net, but it did not find the floor. Oh, Alex Davin went up the back, rolled off her fingers and over the back line. Probably could have let that one go to Rachel Jones. But I'm sure Alex thought she could pop it up in the air and keep the ball alive. Did not. It's a 3-point lead for the Panthers at 12-9. Katie Kennedy to Steph Jones on the left side, off the block and down. Steph Jones. Second successful kill of the night for Steph Jones. 13-9, 4-point Panther lead. Senior number 11, Caitlin McGahee, checks back in on the floor. To play the front line, Alex Davin goes out. Katie Kennedy with the serve. That'll be a service ace. 2 players in the same spot. Couldn't really decide who was going to do what. Works out for the Panthers, and it's back to a 5-point lead at 14-9. 2 aces on the night so far for the Panthers in game number 1. Short set, and there it is again. Ashley Buse, for the 3rd or 4th time she's done that. Just edged it over the block and into the spot behind the front row. Nobody following up, and it's a point and side out for Moon Township. Lane Baggett, the junior outside hitter, with the serve. Caitlin McGahee just took her eye off it there for a second. She had it right in her sights. I think took her eye off it at the very last minute. Rolls off her wrist and out of bounds. Point for Moon. 14-11, 3-point Panther lead. Caitlin McGahee gets it well that time. Steph Jones right side. Kept in by Alyssa Hall from the back row. That Nita Camacho carrying that one home. Emily Muller didn't quite get it down, but Steph Jones trying to take care of business. Not quite. Moon's picking up these balls that we think are down. Same again, Steph Jones off the block and down. Look at that, Steph Jones. 3 kills on the night for her, and it's a 4-point Panther lead. They're maintaining that 3 to 5-point lead here. In game number 1, we're at 15-11. Stephanie Jones with the serve. High and long. Stephanie Kelly lofting that one way up into the rafters and down, and it's back to a 5-point lead for the Panthers. They get 2, they give 2. Get 2, give 2. It's been like that for a while now. Left side and off the Caitlin McGahee block and out of bounds. Point for Tigers. Ashley Buse, the junior middle hitter, with the serve for Moon Township. Rachel Jones backs out to Emily Muller, and Emily miraculously kept alive by the Tigers. Left side, Ina Camacho shoving it over the net, does not find the floor. Once again, dug out of there this time by Nita Camacho. Well done on that little dunk shot. Net violation by the Tigers. Double hit called on Moon Township. Point and side out for the Panthers, and a 5-point lead again. 17-12. They can't seem to stretch that 5-point lead out. We'll see what Rachel Jones has in her pocket here. Nicely dug out by Katie Kennedy to keep that ball up. Steph Jones from the back row. Kept alive by Moon Township. Nina Camacho, this time off a block and out. Recovered again. Those ladies are getting to those balls from Moon Township all right. Back short set to Katie Mahenko, and a double hit called. Went right into a block, came right back to Katie. Pooched it up in the air to herself, and that's of course no good. Somebody else has to hit it. You can't hit it twice in a row. Casey Patton and Katie Love. It's Casey Patton, Katie Love checking back on the floor for the Tigers. 4-point Panther lead, 17-13. Game number 1 of this best-of-5 match. Well, that was a little awkward. The ball came awkwardly to Katie Kennedy, and the set went sort of backwards over Katie Mahenko's head. She did the best she could to keep it in, but it lofted just wide into the Moon bench, and the Tigers are back within 3. Nina Camacho, that's about 15 feet long. She got way under that one, and the Moon Township Tigers are back within 2 for the first time in a long, long, long time at 17-15. Panthers could use a side out right here. That was an overpass. Rachel Jones passed that just over Katie Kennedy's head. Not much Katie could do with it. She tried to pooch it right back to Caitlin McGahee. Didn't quite work, and now it's only a 1-point contest at 17-16 Panthers. There's the set to Katie Mahenko, but it still didn't find floor. There's one that goes off a block. Nina Camacho. Finally, the Panthers are getting these kill attempts, but they're going right to people. And Moon is alert enough to send them right back. Substitute Alex Davin, the senior. Substitutes again for Caitlin McGahee to play back row. And a 2-point Panther lead at 18-16. You get to 20-point territory. You want to have a little bit of a cushion. Panthers don't quite have it yet. There's a nice block by Katie Mahenko. Try it again. Nothing on it that time. For the Tigers, Katie Love hoisted it over, but not much on it. Nina Camacho once again finding a Moon player. There's the block, Katie Mahenko. With that block, her first block for a point on the night, and the Panthers have got that 3-point lead back as they approach 20-point territory. 19-16 Panthers. Alex Davin with a timeout first for the Moon Township Tigers. Well, it's been kind of an odd game. There haven't been that many offensive plays here to talk about. Stephanie Jones with 3 kills, Emily Muller with 1, Nina Camacho with 1. Panthers have gotten 2 points off aces, 1 by Steph Jones, 1 by Katie Kennedy, and the blocks for points, 1 for Katie Mahenko, 1 for Emily Muller. But it's really been a case of balls going out of bounds, balls going here and there, and there's been no service errors, though. That's nice to see. I'm sure Coach Yoko Nagao likes seeing that. Panthers need to get off to a crucial start here. They played a great match last night. The outcome of this match determines whether they share the Whoopeel Section 5 title with the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils. It's important for the Panthers to get this first game under their belt. Let's see what Alex Davin's got. Panthers 6 points away from victory in game number 1. Back set, and with power, called out. It was out. By about a half a foot it was out. That's fortunate for the Panthers, but sure enough, that was out. 20-16, 4-point Panther lead. This is what you want, a bit of a cushion. That overpass worked out for the Panthers. That overpass, that meant that the Tigers put it over on the 2-ball. It was dug out and then recovered, hoisted right back. And then the kill attempt by Moon Township went right into their own net, and the Panthers have a 5-point lead now at 21-16. 4 to go to victory. See if the Panthers can keep this string going. Nina Camacho digging it out. Katie Mahenko with power, her first kill of the night. 22-16, largest lead of the game and night so far for the Panthers. 22-16. 3 points now to victory. Alex Davin once again with that serve. That was the attempt again. Well, a nice set to just loft the ball over the St. Clair front line. That didn't work out a bit. Fell on the Moon Township side, and that's a nice 4-point run here for Alex Davin. At 23-16, there's the short back set and into the block. At the net, Katie Kennedy lofts it back over. No joust that time at the net. Violation by Moon Township sends that ball back right to Panthers, and now the Panthers have what amounts to basically a 9 game point advantage right now. Any one of the next 9, and Panthers take game number 1. And Alex Davin with his serve, probably one might have gone long, but kept in by Amanda Ardinger. Lift called on Alex Davin. Sends a point and side out over to Moon Township. Panthers still only need 1. They've got a 7-point lead. Second largest of the night after what they just had with that 8-point lead. Jessica Patton with the Moon Township serve. Katie Mahenko, but recovered there by Amanda Ardinger. Rachel Jones, Katie Kennedy, or slide play to Katie Mahenko. Still the Moon Tigers keep that ball alive. From the back row, Steph Jones. Once again dug out, now left side. And off Alex Davin's wrist and off the over the back line. Very nice sequence that time by the Moon Township Tigers. Still a 6-point deficit. Panthers just need 1 to win. Jessica Patton, the senior outside hitter, with the serve. From the back row, Rachel Jones, top spin, dog out of there by Moon. And nicely done finding a spot, Katie Love, the junior. 3 points strung back to back by Moon Township at a time when the Panthers just need 1. Jessica Patton again with that serve. Floater of a serve recovered by Alex Davin. Steph Jones tips off the net. It's playable. From the back row, dug out of there again by Steph Jones. Nina Camacho from the left side off the tip into the hands of Moon Township. Short set off the Katie Mahenko block. Nina Camacho really just keeping the ball in play. Trying to get a kill next time. Off the block and out of bounds just in front of Nina Camacho. And the game, Moon Township Tigers, given up for dead a minute ago with an 8-point deficit, have cut that in half. It's 24-20. Panthers still with a lead and needing only 1 to close out game number 1. Double hit called on normally reliable Katie Kennedy, but as you probably saw on the broadcast, she twisted her body to try to shove that one over to the left side to Steph Jones. And the Moon Township Tigers have put together 5 points in a row at basically crunch time. Panthers still desperately needing 1. Katie Mahenko, but finds Casey Patton at the net. Rachel Jones, Katie Kennedy, left side to Nina Camacho. How about finishing it out? And finally, that's exactly what happens. Nina Camacho, with her second kill of the night, finally puts the Moon Township Tigers away. And the Upper St. Clair Panthers come away with a victory in game number 1, 25-21. We'll take a micro break right here. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We are back. Thanks for sticking with us. My name is Kevin McGahey. My videographer tonight is Connor McKeel. And it's our pleasure to bring you the final Section 5 home match of the season for girls volleyball. This is the Upper St. Clair Panthers versus the Moon Township Tigers. Senior Katie Kennedy with that serve in game number 2 here. Back set to Caitlin McGahey. Sure enough, off a wrist and down. Caitlin McGahey with her first kill of the night. Happens here in game number 2. They're spread out amongst 5 players now, and the Panthers draw first blood in game number 2 as they did in game number 1. It's 1-0 St. Clair. Katie Kennedy once again with that spinning serve. From the left side and off a tip, Rachel Jones handles it nicely. Katie Kennedy to the left side. Steph Jones. Can it be got? No, that'll be a 4-hit sequence. Nicely done by Steph Jones. 4 kills in the night for Steph to lead all St. Clair players, as she has all season long. Katie Kennedy continuing with that serve, and the Panthers leading 2-0, game number 2. Jousting going out the net. Very close net play here. Not your classic bump set attack going on right now, but the ball is alive. Caitlin McGahee with power, but right to a Moon Township player. And there's one that goes over. Sort of an easy loft for Jessica Patton. Once again, you don't have to hit them hard. You have to hit them right. And that's what Jessica did to get the side out end point. Trailing by 1. Lane Baggett, the junior outside hitter with the serve. Back set to Stephanie Jones. Right to Alyssa Hall again. Panthers are getting these kills. They're just going right to people, but not that time. Emily Muller off the hands of Lane Baggett. Emily Muller with her 2nd kill of the night. And it's a 3-1, 2-point Panther lead. Substitution number 13 on the floor, Stephanie Kelly, the senior outside hitter for Moon Township. And Lane Baggett will take a break. Stephanie Jones with a serve for the Panthers. Spinning serve handled by the Tigers. From the back row, not much on it. Katie Kennedy, Nina Camacho into the Moon Township block and out of bounds. Works out nicely. Had that landed inbounds, I would have counted for Moon. Ends up counting for the Panthers, and it's a 4-1 lead. Game number 2. No, serve by Steph Jones hits the tape. That tape was at 7-4. That serve came in at about 7'2". Didn't quite make it over, and the gift sends a side out end point over to the Moon Township Tigers. Ashley Buse with a serve. Steph Jones kind of hesitated on that one. She was right in front of it and eased it over to Emily Muller, who tried to wrist it over the net, didn't quite make it. Lift called and point for the Tigers. That was one of those floating knuckleball serves from the hand of Ashley Buse, and Rachel Jones never really did have a good look at that, and it's a 4-4 tie. We're still game number 2 of this best-of-5 match. I don't know what happened to that one. Rachel Jones had a really good look at it and just rattled off her right wrist, not out of bounds into the St. Clair bench. And the Moon Township Tigers have their first lead of the night here in game number 2 at 5-4. Ashley Buse, the junior, continuing with the serve for Moon Township. Stephanie Jones from the back row. Not much help there from Moon Township either. Now the set to Nina Camacho. The slicing attack finds the Moon Township floor. Look at that. Nina Camacho, her 3rd kill for the night. And Rachel Jones, the freshman libero, heads to the back line for the serve. 5-5. All knotted up in game number 2. Nicely dug out by Stephanie Jones. Got to go over this time, and Rachel Jones indeed does that. Walloped into the net by Jessica Patton. And the Panthers grab that lead back, even if it is by only 1 point right now. Rachel Jones again with that serve. Diving serve as it gets over the net. Overpass goes into the net. Mistake by Moon gives the Panthers that 2-point lead again. 7-5. Rachel Jones continues with this serve. From the left side, Jessica Patton didn't fool the Panthers. Back set to Caitlin McGahee. Goes right to the hands of Amanda Ardinger. One more shot at it. They do indeed get it over. Rachel Jones dives for it, keeps it alive. Katie Mahenko is still finding a Moon player. The Panthers getting these great kill attack looks, but they're not falling. That one does with Nina Camacho. 4 on the night, tying her for the lead. Team lead so far with Stephanie Jones at 4, and the Panthers build that lead to 8-5. Back set sort of fooled the Moon players. They didn't get anything with power. Set from Caitlin McGahee to Nina Camacho. Rattles off a wrist and out of bounds. 5 kills for Nina Camacho. Panthers build that lead back to 4. It's 9-5. Rachel Jones got a nice string of serves going here. That's 5 points in a row the Panthers have rung up. See if she can come up with 5 more. Wow, finally, that's probably the most powerful kill we've seen tonight from Moon Township off the hands of Jessica Patton. They've been trying to do it with finesse, not with power, and it has so far worked for the Tigers. Substitutions on the floor. Katie Love is back in. She's number 19, and Casey Patton, the sophomore setter, heads right to the serving shores into play back line. 3-point Panther lead, 9-6. Tips off the net. You play those, not like the old days. Caitlin McGahee, sails it just long by about a foot. Casey Patton again with that serve. Katie Kennedy on the 2-ball. Works like a charm. You don't see many kills by Katie Kennedy. She's usually doing the setting, but I'll count that one. Her first of the night. Well, apparently that violation, not for the Panthers, ends up being a point for Moon Township. Sorry, I took my eye off that. And there seems to be a little controversy. I'm as confused as everybody else is trying to get the score straight. I think everybody in the gym thought that was a point for the Panthers, but the referee called it for Moon, and it's now 9-8, a 1-point Panther lead. Nina Camacho sails just wide, and the Tigers have crawled back to tie again at 9-9. Casey Patton with the serve. Stephanie Jones didn't find an open spot. There's that power again from Jessica Patton. Second time this game, second time this match. And the Panthers could use a little defense to get their act together here right now. They don't want this one to get away. Down by 1, 10-9 Moon Township lead. That's a nice hit by Katie Mahenko. But she was in the net before the ball hit the ground, and it's a point for Moon Township, their largest lead of the night at 11-9. Caitlin McGahee. Katie Love that time for the Moon Township Tigers, and it's a 3-point lead. Panthers needing some defense, needing to side out right now. The Panthers in their kills seem to be hitting them right at people. And the Tigers are finding those open slots and the slicing attacks on the floor. Rachel Jones, I think, took her eye off that for a second, sailed it into the scorer's table, and suddenly it's a 4-point Moon Township Tiger lead off a sequence of errors here by St. Clair. Katie Mahenko that time off the Moon block. That 4 hit that time. That was headed toward the other side. Amanda Rossetti ended up hitting it into the net. That may be the break the Panthers needed right now. The side out point. Alex Davin goes to the serve with the Panthers trailing by 3, 13-10. Still plenty of time to get back in this one. From the right side this time, that's Jessica Patton. We saw her from the left a minute ago. Point for Moon Township, and they've stretched it back to 4. It's 14-10. Alex Davin to Katie Kennedy, and Katie Mahenko looking for a spot but didn't find it. Moon's getting to these balls. Double hit call. A little bit of indecision by Katie Mahenko. Double hit called. That violation gives that point to Moon Township. Action at the scores table again. We never find out what's going on here. 15 rows back in the bleachers, but there seems to be they want to get the score right and see if they've got the right players in the right positions. Panthers had a pretty good offensive game going in the first game. They ended up winning it 25-21. But here in the second game, it's been a little sequence of errors with the Moon Township Tigers getting a few points they hadn't really earned. If the Panthers can get their act together, everything seems to be copacetic right now. Side out, and it's decent play by the Panthers. They're getting the bump set attacks, but they're not landed for kills. They're going right to Moon Township Tigers. 15-10 Moon. Alex Davin to Katie Kennedy to Katie Mahenko, dumping the ball over, and there's finally one that works. That's a technique the Tigers have been using on the Panthers all night, and it finally works in our favor. Panthers trailing by 4, 15-11. Katie Mahenko with her second kill of the night. Junior Nina Camacho with that serve. From the left side, Stephanie Jones lands inside the tape. Stephanie Jones, 5 kills tonight for her, and the Panthers ease back within 3. It's a 15-12 Tiger lead right now. This is game number 2 of this best-of-5 match. Nina Camacho once again with that serve. Short set and recovered there nicely by Katie Kennedy. She's got to get it over. That's right. No attack attempt. Back set to Katie Mahenko off the block and out of bounds. Panthers and Katie Mahenko, 3 kills. And now the Panthers back within 2 at 15-13. Three in a row points served by Nina Camacho. Short set, not quite high enough, and at the joust at the net, the Panthers keep control. Ball still in play. Lane Baggett, the junior for Moon, doing it with finesse. Just getting it by the front line, and nobody following up from behind. 3 side out, point to the Moon Township Tigers, and a 3-point 16-13 lead. Katie Mahenko into the Moon Township block. Panthers trailing by 4, 17-13. Right now would be a good time to string together 3 or 4 points. Steph Jones tries for one. The net did not help us out that time. Once again playing the finesse game. The Moon Township Tigers are not doing it with power. They're doing it with placement. And the St. Clair Panthers seem not to be ready for this, even though it's been going on for quite a while now. 5-point Moon Township lead, 18-13. Lands long. Steph Jones, one more good look at it. Lands about 1.5 feet long, and it's a 6-point Moon Township lead. Timeout taken by Yoko Nagao, the St. Clair Panthers coach. And rightly so, at a good time in the match for it. Usually the Panthers have seen more kills, more offensive power than we have tonight. 5 kills tonight for Stephanie Jones, 5 for Nina Camacho, 3 for Katie Mahenko, 2 for Emily Muller, 1 for Caitlin McGahee, who also has 1 brilliant dig to keep a ball in play, as does Stephanie Jones. But what we're just not seeing is the Panthers hitting for power, but not finding the open spot. Moon Township seems to be getting to everything the Panthers have had to dish out tonight. It's just a matter of doing what the Panthers have been doing, but finding the open spot. Moon Township, on the other hand, has done exactly that, but they've been doing it with finesse, not power. You've seen they've just not done it. They may have had 3 really kills for power, kills with power all night. The rest has been placement, finding spots where the Panthers aren't standing, doing nice soft touches, edging the ball over the net, and hitting them where the Panthers ain't. And right now the Panthers have to dig themselves out of a 6-point hole, trailing 19-13 with Moon Township in control with the serve. Amanda Ardinger with that serve. Katie Kennedy to Steph Jones. Powerful. Now that's what we've been looking for right there. 6 kills for Stephanie Jones. Side out and point to the Panthers. Emily Muller, the junior middle hitter, the 6-footer, 6'2" actually, number 18 back on the floor. And senior Katie Mahenko with that serve. Wiping up a wet spot on the floor. Katie Mahenko. Short set and off the St. Clair block, kept in play. Steph Jones again off the wrist of Amanda Ardinger, and on the floor 7 kills for Steph Jones. Panthers get 2 in a row, back within 4, 19-15, and this may be the Panthers we've been looking for. Nice serve handled by the Tigers. Nicely done by junior Lane Baggett of the Moon Township Tigers into the Emily Muller block, dribbles right down her front onto the floor. And right now the Moon Township Tigers in control with a nice 5-point cushion as we enter 20-point territory. And trading points isn't going to do it for the Panthers in this game. Panthers need 3 or 4 in a row right now. Alyssa Hall, the junior setter, with the serve. There's Steph Jones getting that one up and down. 8 kills for Steph. Side out and ball control for the Panthers again. Here's where they could use 3 or 4 points strung back to back right now. Let's see what senior jump server Katie Kennedy's got up her sleeve. Short set and fooled the Panthers. Rattles off the wrist of Stephanie Jones and out of bounds. The Moon Township Tigers got that 5-point lead back. 21-16. Just when the Panthers needed a couple, they couldn't come up with it. Lane Baggett with the serve. Steph Jones into the Moon block. Caitlin McGahee getting that ball over. Left side set and in with power. That time Jessica Patton didn't make it to the St. Clair side. Walloped it right into the net. Panthers get the ball back, trailing by 4, 21-17. Needing points right now. Substitution for the Moon Township Tigers. Stephanie Kelly, number 13, on the floor. Lane Baggett will take a break. Senior Stephanie Jones with the serve. Oh, Katie Kennedy should have let that one go. It probably would have sailed out of bounds. But there's Steph Jones again, and that long. Way long. Hoping for a tip, I think. She didn't get it. No Moon Township player touched it. 5-point lead again. Trading points here. This is not what the Panthers need right now. Ashley Buse with the serve for Moon. Emily Muller right into the Moon block and lifted that ball to try to keep it alive. And that's a 6-point lead for the Tigers here. And this is game number 2 of this best-of-5 match. Panthers won game number 1. Nina Camacho, but a little off balance. Nice block by the Panthers. There's nobody in the back line for the Moon Township Tigers. Nina Camacho finally gets one back. 6 kills tonight for her, but the Panthers still trail by 5 in fairly dangerous territory. Rachel Jones needs to pile together some points, and right now. Overpass to the net, and nothing much for the Moon Township Tigers. Some confusion there. Nina Camacho did pick it up. Steph Jones probably should let that one go, but did not. Amanda Ardinger kept the ball in play off the block. Rachel Jones keeping it in play. Katie Kennedy, and then Steph Jones right back and out of bounds. One more point for the Panthers off the Stephanie Jones kill. Back within 4. Rachel Jones needing a point. 1 point at a time is all it takes. Timeout called Moon Township as the Panthers start to edge back into this thing with some of the play that, well, frankly, has been lacking here in game number 2. The stuff we know they can do that we saw in game number 1. Finally, here toward the end of game number 2, the Panthers awaken. Stephanie Jones now leading all killers, as it were, with 9. Nina Camacho has 6. Only 2 service aces. They all happened in game number 1 for the Panthers. Stephanie Jones with 1, Katie Kennedy with 1. Well, this promises to be a nice postseason for the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Win or lose tonight, we're going to the WPIAL playoffs, something that hasn't happened in several years around here. But it would be very nice to be able to put this date on the banner and hanging in this gym for section champs, which will happen. We'll be co-champs with Mount Lebanon. Should we be able to get away with this one? 23-9, Panther lead, and recovered again by the Tigers. They're getting to a lot of balls that really should be going out. Katie Kennedy to Katie Mahenko with the short set, tipped off a Moon Township finger. That's what we've been looking for. Katie Mahenko. 4 kills, and the Panthers creeping back, trailing only by 3. They've cut the deficit in half now. 23-20, Tiger lead. Nina Camacho, can she do it? She does it. Nina Camacho off the Katie Kennedy set, and the Panthers are back within 2. 23-21. One more timeout taken by Moon Township. I'm sure that's not what Coach Jason Ferry had in mind when he called the first one a minute ago. But the Panthers have come roaring back here with some brilliant set and attack play. Now they need to play a little bit of defense, keep the Tigers from scoring, keep control of this serve, and maybe we can take this, if not win outright 25-23 into overtime and do a little recovery. Let's not let game number 2 get out of hand here. Rachel Jones continues with that serve and a nice 4-point run. Left side, and there it is again, just dumping the ball over, works again. Panthers got to have somebody behind that front line to recover, to cover what has not been power from the Moon Township Tigers at all tonight. 3 kills with power is all I can remember them having. But right now they're in triple game point territory. Panthers need 3 points in a row to keep this game alive and send it into overtime. From the back row, no power on it. Rachel Jones with the recovery, left side to Nina Camacho, and down. There's one of them back. Nina Camacho, 8 kills. Panthers still needing 2. And this is a difficult position to be in because the advantage usually goes to the receiving team. They've got the first shot at the classic bump set attack, which means the serving team's got to play some defense, and that's what the Panthers have got to do here if they expect to recover here in game number 2. That's not what the Panthers needed. Attack with power from Moon Township. Rattles off Stephanie Jones' hand and out of bounds. And Moon Township comes away with game number 2 at 25-22. We'll take another quick micro break here. Stay with us. We'll be right back for game number 3. We know it was only microseconds for you, but it was 3 minutes for us. We're back with you for game number 3 of this best-of-5 girls volleyball match between the homestanding Panthers of Upper St. Clair and the visiting Tigers of Moon Township. I'm Kevin McGahee. My videographer all night has been Connor McKeel. This match is all knotted up at 1-1. Hoping the Panthers wake up a little bit and capture this one. It's nice to go off to leave the section games. This is the last Section 5 match of the year with a victory. Panthers made a goodly number of mistakes in game number 1. They had a fabulous game number 2. They had a fabulous game number 1. Let's see if they can come back with a vengeance and have all this stuff out of their system. And it looks like we are ready to go. Number 34, Alyssa Hall, The junior setter will handle the initial serve for Moon Township. An inauspicious start, sort of a I got it, you had it between Nina Camacho and Rachel Jones. Rachel Jones that clatters off her wrist and over the back line, and Moon Township draws first blood at 1-0 in game number 3. These games go to 25. You got to win them by 2, and you got to win 3 of them. Stephanie Jones, but hitting it right to lift called. Fortunately for the Panthers, here again, that's another wonderful attack by Stephanie Jones. But the Moon Township players are getting to these, making life difficult for the Panther front line. Katie Kennedy with the jump serve, dug out of there miraculously by Moon. Steph Jones off 2 hands and down. 11 kills for Stephanie Jones. The Panthers grab the early lead in game number 3 at 2-1. Katie Kennedy keeping with that serve. Overpass into the net, service ace by Katie Kennedy. Her second of the night. She had one in game number 1. That was her second, and it's a 3-1 Panther lead. Good start in game number 3 for St. Clair. Another tremendous serve. The overpass, though, caught. Panthers smelled that one out. Caitlin McGahee grabbed that soft touch. Another soft touch by Moon is fooling the Panthers. We saw a lot of that in game number 2. They're not even trying to hit it with power. They're trying to place it exactly where the Panthers aren't standing, and it has worked for Moon. Lane Baggett, junior outside hitter with this Moon Township serve. Emily Muller up way high and lands out. Over the net, but out. Point and side out to the Panthers. Stephanie Jones steps up. She has the other service ace from game number 1. Katie Kennedy's got 2. Steph Jones 1. That's a 2-point Panther lead at 4-2. From the right side, Rachel Jones lofting it over, keeping the ball in play into the net. Well, the net call on Emily Muller. I thought she hit the ball that hit the net. Apparently the referee thought it was the wrist of Emily Muller that hit the net. I'm not too sure about that, and I'm sitting 16 rows back. But it's a side out end point for Moon. Another successful kill for the Tigers. Knocks the match up at the game up rather at 4-4. Rachel Jones, Katie Kennedy to Caitlin McGahee. Heads right to the front line. No power. Emily Muller putting that thing right back to Moon. Steph Jones, well, had the right idea to keep the ball in play, but shoved it right into the net. And Moon has their first lead of game number 3 at 5-4. Nice easy serve handled by the Panthers. Emily Muller off the back line, off the hands of number 12 Ashley Busett, out of bounds. Emily Muller, 3 kills tonight for her. Match knotted up at 5-5. Panthers get the side out, and Rachel Jones with the serve. Ace for Rachel Jones. Rattles off the wrist of Amanda Ardinger and out of bounds. Panthers get that lead back at 6-5, and it would be nice to run a few off right now for an opening cushion. Caitlin McGahee with a good stab at it. It didn't come over again with power, but it got to the right spot. Jessica Patton once again with that one. Substitutions. We've seen this substitution before. Casey Patton, number 23 on, and Katie Love, the junior. Casey Patton goes right to the serve. 6-6, game number 3, all knotted up. Match all knotted up in 1 game apiece. Caitlin McGahee with power, but not finding the floor. Well, I know Rachel Jones thought that one was going out of bounds. But once again, no power on that attack for Moon Township. But Jessica Patton placed it exactly the right spot. That's where you want them, is just at that back tape, that back row. Confuses the defense every time it's tried. Steph Jones from the back row, right into the net. And it's a 2-point Moon Township lead. Casey Patton continues with that serve. Nina Camacho off the Moon Township tip. Back set. Caitlin McGahee picks up that soft toss that time. Nina Camacho right to Katie Mahenko. A little awkward set. Didn't give her much chance for power. Into the net and 4-hit call. Nice break for the Panthers that time. Moon Township didn't quite know what to do with it. It came back a little too far and into the net. Substitution, Alex Davin, number 5 on the floor, and Kate doing the back row chores. Caitlin McGahee will take a break. She'll be back. Alex Davin with that serve. Not much on it for Moon. Alex Davin handles it to Katie Kennedy, to Nina Camacho. Katie Mahenko with a nice recovery that time to keep that ball in play. Once again, they might have figured Jessica Patton out finally. Off the Katie Mahenko, good placement, but Amanda Rossetti off the Katie Mahenko block, and it's a 2-point lead for Moon. Substitution number 5 back on the floor. That's Lane Baggett, and Stephanie Kelly, 13, takes a break. Ace for Moon Township off the hands of Rachel Jones. Landed right in front of her. She got under it, but it rattled off the side of her wrist. Emily Muller substitutes for Rachel Jones to place in back row. You don't see that very often from Emily. Back set to Katie Mahenko and off the hands of Amanda Hardinger. Point and side out finally for the Panthers. 5 kills for Katie Mahenko. Panthers trail by 2, 10-8. It's game number 3 of this best-of-5 match. Knotted up so far, even at 1 game apiece. Nina Camacho, the junior, with the serve. From the back row and wide, out of bounds. Break for the Panthers. 1 more point. We're crawling back. 1 point at a time is all it takes. Trailing by 1. Moon leads 10-9. Nina Camacho once again with that serve. Short set off the Panther block. Steph Jones left side. The one wrist by Jessica Patton at least keeps the ball in play. Once again, Stephanie Jones, but it sails long, not off a tip. Appeared not to be tipped. Tip called by the line judge, but not by either of the officials. Let's see how this one turns out. Tip called. The line judge had it. And that should be a point for the Panthers off the Moon Township tip. Let's see what this discussion brings. The line judge had it. Tip called. Point to the Panthers. And I seriously think that's the right call. You watch this. If you've recorded this, slow it way down on your DVD. And I think you'll find the same thing. What do I know? I'm 16 rows back in the grandstands. How can I see what's going on down there? Emily Muller keeping control of that one, Alex. Davin lofting the ball back to the Moon Township Tigers, but out of bounds by about a foot. Side out and point to Moon. I know what it is. I yelled myself silly at the Mount Lebanon game last night. That's what that no voice tonight. Dribbles over the net. The seventh man gets that one for Moon. The timing gets way discombobulated when that ball tips over the net. If you could just coach that and hit it that way every time. Back set to Katie Mahenko into the Moon block. Comes back to the Panthers. Steph Jones keeping it in play. Katie Kennedy, not much on it. Lane Baggett, junior hitter for Moon, off the block and out of bounds on the St. Clair side. 3-point Tiger lead. Amanda Ardinger with the serve. Dug out of there nicely by Nina Camacho. Steph Jones, look at that. Up high for that kill. 12 tonight for Steph Jones. Side out point to the Panthers, and it's 11-13. Panthers trailing by 2. Katie Mahenko with the serve. Rattles off the wrist for a service ace. My guess is Amanda Ardinger just took her eye off that for a quick second. She's usually been reliable by getting those serves back. But the ace brings the Panthers back within 1. 13-12 Tiger lead. Left side, Steph Jones again. Tying a match up at 13. Katie Mahenko, nothing on that serve. Into the Emily Muller block, though. That worked out nicely, and a lift called. Emily Muller. 2 blocks for points on the night for Emily. And the Panthers grab the lead back finally at 14-13. Slide play to Emily Muller. No power on that. Power on that, though, from the Tigers. Alex Davin got down on the floor looking after it, but could not bring it up to keep it in play. 2 substitutions. Maddie Fecko, the sophomore, back on the floor for the Tigers, as is Alyssa Hall, 34, the junior setter, to go to the serve. Lands inside the tape. Service ace for Moon. Yep, look good from here. Looked to be a good call. (15-14) Moon lead. Joust at the net, won by Ashley Buse for Moon. They've got a 2-point lead again. 16-14 Moon. Back to reliable Stephanie Jones, and Moon does not have an answer for that, at least. Wow, 14 kills for Steph Jones. Wet spot again. Back on the Moon side. We don't want anybody slipping and injuring themselves on this floor. All taken care of. And this will be senior Katie Kennedy with the serve for the Panthers. Well, lands inside the wide line. That's where the receiving team really has an advantage. They get first shot at the bump set attack, and that's exactly what the Moon Tigers took advantage of just then. Point and side out for them at 17-15. 2-point Moon lead. Lane Baggett with the serve. Caitlin McGahey to the back row. Right back by Moon. Rachel Jones to Katie Kennedy. The back set to Caitlin McGahey. Finally gets one into the block and down. Caitlin McGahey, 2 kills. Side out and point for the Panthers, hanging in there. Trailing by 1, 17-16. Stephanie Kelly, the senior outside hitter, checks in. She's number 13 for Moon. Stephanie Jones with the serve. Ace, that thing just died as it got over the net. 2 aces on the night for Steph Jones. One of those knuckle serves just found a pocket of high gravity and it sucked it right down to the floor. Another ace. That one didn't come back. Jessica Patton had a look at it. Back-to-back aces by Steph Jones. And the Panthers have grabbed the lead back, 18-17. Katie Kennedy backs at the Caitlin McGahey. A floater recovered by Moon. Way long by 4 or 5 feet. Excellent chance for the Panthers. They brought it back now. A 2-point lead, the biggest of the game, I think, for Upper St. Clair. And the Moon Township Tigers take a quick timeout here. And now we're back in some serious territory where the Panthers need to be. You approach 20-point land. You want to have yourself a cushion. The Panthers have a little one at 19-17 right now. But right now, Stephanie Jones in control and with that serve, and also leading all attack artists tonight with 14 kills. Nina Camacho, a distant second with 8. Katie Mahenko, the senior middle blocker, with 5. Emily Muller with 3. Caitlin McGahey with 2. Service aces have really picked up since the first game. 3 on the night for Steph Jones, 2 for Katie Kennedy, 1 for Katie Mahenko, 1 for Rachel Jones. And let's see what her older sister Stephanie Jones can do to baffle the Moon Township Tigers into getting the Upper St. Clair Panthers a couple of well-needed points. Short set does not work for Moon now. Nina Camacho with a great look and eased that one into the net. A gift for the Moon Township Tigers. Side out and point for them. Trailing by 1. Panthers lead 19-18. Number 21 back on the floor for Moon, Amanda Rossetti. That's how it's supposed to work. You get the serve. You wall up the floor with it. Emily Muller. 4 kills tonight. Rachel Jones, the freshman, doing the serving. That one probably might have sailed long, but Moon did keep it in play. Well done, Katie Mahenko with that one, and not with power. But that's the kind of placement Moon Township was having for us last game, which we haven't seen much of in game number 3. Panthers lead by 3 at 21-18. Rachel Jones with the serve. Nina Camacho got that one and got it down. Look at that. 9 kills for Nina Camacho, and it's a 4-point lead. Once again, I'm sure that's not what Coach Jason Ferry had in mind when he called that timeout a minute ago. But the Panthers have not only crept back in it, they actually have taken command of it with a 4-point lead. 22-18 off some very nice setting and attacking finally by this front line. Katie Mahenko has gotten back in this one with 6 great kills. Emily Muller picked up another one to make 4. The Panthers need to get command of this match with a victory right here. It'd be nice to run it out. They only need 3 more points. Let's see what Rachel Jones has got in store for them. Oh, diving serve. Yes, ace. Fell right in front of Amanda Hardinger. Second service ace tonight for Rachel Jones. Now the Panthers just need a 5-point lead at 23-18. What a great time for this to have happened. And the Moon Township Tigers not able to do their little dunk stuff. Keeping the ball in play. Rachel Jones to Katie Kennedy. Katie Mexico with power to the back left. Panthers in control at 24-18 with 7 game points in hand here. What a time to string together points like this. That's what we needed. 21 Rachel Jones with that serve. Back set. Out of bounds or a tip. Actually lands in. Side out and point for Moon Township. Now back in game number 1. The Panthers at this stage of the game let the Moon Township Tigers run off 3 or 4 points in a row before finishing them off. It'd be nice to have this one come to an end right here. Substitution, Katie Love, number 19 on the floor for the Tigers. Casey Patton with the serve. That's a killer instinct, lands in. Caitlin McGahee polishes off the Moon Township Tigers in game number 3 at 25-19. 2 games to 1 now for the Panthers. We'll take another quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us, everybody. Well, here we go again, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm Kevin McGahee. Connor McKeel is doing the filming tonight. And this is game number 4 of this best-of-5 match where the St. Clair Panthers battle back to win game number 3, 25-19. This is a best-of-5 match. You have to win 3 to go home happy. St. Clair senior Katie Kennedy starts off with the serve. Emily Muller with that block. Steph Jones starts things off. Look at that. 15 kills tonight for Stephanie Jones. And the Panthers off to a nice 1-0 lead in game number 4. Katie Kennedy again with that jump serve. The only one who does it on the St. Clair team. Off the block, Steph Jones. From the back row now, nothing on that. Back set to Caitlin McGahee right off the Moon block. And again from the back row, no action. Steph Jones off the Katie Kennedy set. 16 kills for Steph Jones. 2-0 game number 4. Good start for the Panthers. Katie Kennedy once again with that serve. Well, one of those I got it, you should have it. The Red Sea parted. And Jessica Patton with a kill for the opening kill for the Moon Township Tigers in game number 3. They're back to 2-1. They got the side out and the point. Lane Baggett with that serve for Moon. Caitlin McGahee trying to put it where they ain't. Steph Jones again, but didn't fool the Tigers. Awkward set, no power on that attack. From the back row, Steph Jones into the block, gets it right back. Way to be alert, Steph. Caitlin McGahee into the block. Another joust at the net. A lot of good net play here in game number 4. Short set, and Katie Kennedy dragging that one out. Oh, into the net. Nita Camacho with a good look. But into the net gives that point to the Moon Township Tigers, and it's knotted up at 2-2. Game number 4. Back set to Stephanie Jones once more. Working like clockwork. 3 kills in game number 3 points. 3 kills for Steph Jones. 3-2 Panther lead. Stephanie Kelly checked back in for the Moon Township Tigers. Steph Jones, a senior with the serve for the Panthers. Sails long. Sails long. Number 2, Maddie Fetko, the sophomore. Had a really good look at it, but it's still about 2 feet long. Stephanie Jones giving us that serve. Just over the net. Beautifully done. That'll be a service ace for Stephanie Jones. 4 tonight for her. And an early 5-2 3-point Panther lead. Tremendous diving serve that time by Steph Jones. floater. No power for Moon. Set by Kate McGahey to Emily Muller off the tip, and 1-2 and over on 3. That counts. Katie Kennedy with a set. Nina Camacho off the block. Left side, net call. Net violation by the Tigers, and another point for the Panthers. An early 4-point lead in game number 4. 6-2. Panthers on top. Floating knuckle serve. Nina Camacho. 10 kills and a brilliant run. 5-point run here for Stephanie Jones at the serve. 7-2 Panthers, and a timeout called by Coach Jason Ferry of the Moon Township Tigers, and the Upper St. Clair Panthers have come out here in game number 4 like a house of fire. Kills, sets, good net play, the whole bunch working great for the Panthers so far. 17 kills for Stephanie Jones. She had the first 3 points of this match, this game rather, all by herself. Nina Camacho, the junior hitter, with 10. Katie Mahenko, the senior middle player, 7. Emily Muller with 4, and Caitlin McGahey with 3. It's the service aces that have sort of come from nowhere. The great sets and kills. Suddenly the Panthers are finding spots on the floor where no Tigers are standing. And it's Stephanie Jones continuing with this run of 5 successful serves. Almost, but dug out of there by Amanda Ardinger for Moon. Short set to Emily Muller, but did not find the floor. Katie Kennedy with the set. Nina Camacho finding a Tiger again. Off the block, though. That was wrecked to Jessica Patton, who had a really good game 2 here tonight, and has been their only source of really power attack all night long. Ashley Buse, the junior middle hitter, with the serve for Moon. Caitlin McGahey just shoving that one over the net. Moon comes back with it. Katie Kennedy to Nina Camacho. Got under it, sailed it long. Pretty decent set, but Nina got her hand under that, and that's been 2 points in a row for the Tigers. They're kind of back in this, trailing by 3 at 7-4. Panthers lead. Dug out of the net very nicely by Katie Kennedy, and that one, well, very well being alert by Katie Kennedy, and then it was too tough for Moon to handle. And the Panthers have a 4-point lead at 8-4. Rachel Jones following up on her sister's run of points. Rachel Jones, the freshman, with that serve. Diving serve as it gets over the net, but handled by the Tigers. Nina Camacho off the block. Comes right back. Lands out of bounds. Nina Camacho giving the Tigers a hit too tough to handle, and it's a 5-point Panther lead again at 9-4. Trying to do it with placement again. That didn't work for Jessica Patton. With power, stiff. Jones, look at that. My goodness. 18 kills for Steph Jones, and it's a 6-point Panther lead at 10-4. Coach Ferry takes his second time out of this game. I'm sure making sure his troops don't get rattled, but right now the Panthers are displaying the kind of power we've seen basically all season long, but really hadn't seen yet tonight. Plus the Moon Township Tigers have gone away from that dink and dunk game they've been playing most of the night, where they've just been tapping the ball over the net and with placement, not power, trying to capture points that way. It worked very well for them in game number 2, but so far we haven't really seen it since, have we? Now's the time for the Panthers to maintain focus. This is really 2 matches, 2 critical matches for the Panthers in back-to-back nights. And it's kind of easy to lose your focus when you've had an exhausting match like they had last night against Mount Lebanon, and this one tonight against traditional rival Moon Township. Rachel Jones with a serve. Back set right side. Dug out by Rachel Jones. Nina Camacho with the attack and sails it along by 4 or 5 feet. Looking for a place to put it on the polyurethane. Didn't quite make it. Side out end point to Moon. Substitutions. 23 back on the floor. We've seen the substitution pattern all night. Casey Patton back on the floor. Katie Love. Also the double substitution. And Casey with the serve. Caitlin McGahee. Kind of an awkward set. Nina Camacho right now off one hand. Kept alive. Legal. That's Katie Mahenko. Off the net, off a hand, and out of bounds. Point Panthers. 6-point advantage, 11-5 substitution. Senior Alex Davin, number 5 on the floor. Caitlin McGahee, the front row player, takes a spot on the bench. Really rolled over the net. It was remarkable that one even made it over the net, but it did. There's that tap shot again. Did not fool the Panthers. They got it smelled. Oh, she should have let that one go. That was sailing out of bounds. Amanda Ardinger kept it in for the Panthers to live another day. Oh, what a recovery by Rachel Jones. Holy smokes, did you see that? That's a top play nominee right there. Rachel Jones. Oh, how did she even get to it? And that was enough to confuse the Tigers. They just relaxed for a second, and sure enough, fell on their side for a Panther point. Alex Davin with the serve. Oh, lands just in. Back corner. Very nicely done by Jessica Patton for the Tigers. Still a 6-point Panther lead at 12-6. Stephanie Kelly out, Lane Baggett the junior in for Moon Township. And Jessica Patton, this senior outside hitter, with the serve. Steph Jones into the block. 4 hits called, apparently not into the block, but into the net. The referee had a better eye at it, look at it than I did. 5-point Panther lead, 12-7. This is game number 4 of this best-of-5 match. Panthers win this and we can all go home. Back set to Nina Camacho off the Moon block. Moon block sounds like a NASA project. Katie Mahenko lands just out, just long by about a foot. Nice play, nice set. Little bit too hard from Katie Mahenko. And the Panthers are letting the Tigers right back in this game. It's still a 4-point lead, but it's 12-8. Short set. Remarkable recovery. Nicely done by the Tigers. Katie Love alert enough to one-hand that ball over the net. And the Tigers are right back in it, trailing only by 3. 12-9 Panther lead. Service ace. Alex Davin looks like she just lost focus there for a second. Rattles off her wrist and over the St. Clair bench. Panthers lead is down to 2 at 12-10. Nina Camacho in that time. That lands just inside the back line. Well done, Nina. Get that lead back. Oh no, they've called that out. That was in by a wide margin. Not out. No, but so well, Moon gets one. That was in. See if the Panthers can get it right back. It's 12-11 Panthers. There you go, Katie Mahenko doing some damage there with her 9th kill tonight. Panthers get the side out and the point back. Nina Camacho, the junior, with the serve. Short set, little dump shot. Panthers oozed it back over the net. Alex Davin, Katie Kennedy, Steph Jones off the moon block. Pounding it back down on the polyurethane. And the Tigers are back within one. It's 13-12 Panthers. Katie Mahenko, the dump shot works for the Panthers. Katie Mahenko. They lathered the Panthers with that sort of technique in game number 2. They're getting the taste of their own medicine here. Comes right back Alex Davin now. Panthers get first shot at the first attack, and Steph Jones off the moon block. 19 kills Steph Jones. 3-point Panther lead at 15-12. And hoisted over, keeping the ball in play. Katie Mahenko to the front line. Back set to Emily Muller into the moon block. Emily Muller put that foot to the left, and she's got herself a slicing attack that lands on the floor. But Moon's back within one again. Within two, 15-13. Alyssa Hall checks in, serving for the Tigers. Steph Jones, but did not fool the Tigers. They're following up. They've got backup from the backup for the front line. Steph Jones went into the net. Not quite high enough over it, and the Tigers are back within one. 15-14 Panthers, needing a side out right now. Alex Davin. Way long. Maddie Fecco had to reach way over her neck to get that one, way arched her back. And when that happens, generally you're going to get underneath that ball and sail along. That's just what she did. Side out and point to the Panthers, just like we needed. Katie Kennedy, the senior, with the jump serve. Blocked right back down on the floor. Emily Muller, look at that. 3-point Panther lead and another top play nominee. What a time for a block like that. Katie Kennedy again with a serve. Caitlin McGahee with a set this time to Steph Jones into the block and out of bounds. 4-point Panther lead. That's what you want when you get to 20. Just edged over the net. Must have been touched by a Panther. Miraculously kept in play by Caitlin McGahee. Wow, lift called. Point for the Panthers. Caitlin McGahee digging for that one. Lofting it just over the net. Don't ask me how she does it, folks. All I do is look at them. Katie Kennedy with that jump serve again. To the net. Back set. Little dump shot. Does not work. And Nina Camacho got all discombobulated that time. I don't know what the heck happened, but she does wallop it down to the floor. Side out and point to Moon Township. Panthers will get it right back. Lane Baggett, the junior, with the serve. Oh, a little bit of an overpass by Nina Camacho that time. Send that ball right into the net. Then the front line doesn't quite know what to do with it. Katie Kennedy was waiting for it to come off the net. It never did. It dropped straight down. Caitlin McGahee digging that one out. Rachel Jones to Katie Kennedy. In the back row, Steph Jones, but Moon keeps the ball in play. And again, it's just an easy, no power attack type ball, I guess. Finding an open spot right in the middle of the defense. And the Panthers' cushion has become a 2-point one. 19-17. Back set. Oh, almost dug out of the Nina Camacho. Got it to the front line. Caitlin McGahey kept it alive. But not enough that the Panthers could do anything with it. And the Tigers are back within one again at 19-18. Panthers still lead. Caitlin McGahey. Yes! Finally off the hands of Lane Baggett. And Caitlin McGahey, 4 kills tonight. 2-point Panther lead, 2018. Steph Jones with the serve. Knuckle serve, dies, it gets over the net. Oh, but the net's the 7th man for the Moon Township Tigers. And they get the side out and the point right back. 1-point deficit for the Tigers, 2019. Panthers lead. Another one of those sort of you got it, I got it kind of a plays, and nobody ended up with that bump from Steph Jones, and it's all tied up at 20 all. Set to Emily Muller. Just shoved back over the net. Steph Jones to Katie Kennedy. Back set to Caitlin McGahey, but recovered out of there by Stephanie Kelly for Moon. Rachel Jones keeping the ball in. Left side. Well done by Steph Jones. Dug out of there. Nah. Works out great for the Panthers. Caitlin McGahey with the last fist on that one, off of Moon Township hand and out of bounds. 1-point Panther lead at 21-20. Rachel Jones with the serve. Dug by Katie Kennedy, kept alive by Caitlin McGahey. Off the block, Rachel Jones again. Nina Camacho, but Moon keeping the ball in play. Four hits called, apparently not into the Moon block. All knotted up at 21. Panthers with the hands on hips, looking either disgusted or tired or both. Hope they've still got some energy left to finish off this match. Casey Patton with the Moon serve at 21 all. Game number 4. Sails wide off the hand of Katie Love. Just the point the Panthers needed in the side out. Alex Davin on the floor now to do the back line and serving chores with the Panthers in a 1-point lead at 22-21. Top spin serve handled by Moon. Into the St. Clair block. 1-2. They do get it over on 3. Katie Mahenko doing some damage. I hope Casey Patton's all right. 11 kills for Katie Mahenko off the Katie Kennedy back set. And now the Panthers are in, well, sort of command here at 23-21, needing 2 to finish off this match. Alex Davin with the serve. Nina Camacho into the Moon block, comes right back. Katie Mahenko again didn't find an open spot. Just that little dump shot doesn't work. Oh, looks like a net violation by the Panthers. Sends a side out and point to Moon. Now, don't remember, the receiving team has the advantage. They get the first crack at the bump set attack. Let's see if the Panthers can handle it and get themselves to match point. From the back row, just over the net, didn't fool the Panthers. Katie Kennedy tried to fool the Tigers, though. That didn't work. Rachel Jones. to Katie Mahenko off the moon block. Nina Camacho, but Moon's getting to these balls. It's a very nicely done, great rally. Katie Mahenko still can't get the job done. Nina Camacho still dug out by the Tigers. Dug Alex Devin that time. What a rally. Katie Mahenko with a block. 2 blocks. Finally gets the job done. Katie Mahenko with the block for a point, and it is match point. 2 of them to be exact. Panthers get 1. It's all over. Tigers get 2. And we go into overtime. Extra points, as it were. That's kind of an oops. We didn't hear a whistle. There's some toweling going on in the back row. No good serve by Nina Camacho. No harm, no foul. But now Nina's got to do that serve one more time. Amanda Ardinger with that ball and just hoisted over by the Tigers. Same thing for St. Clair. No attack attempt by either squad that time. There's that little shove shot. Didn't work. Oh, and Katie Mahenko with a twisting attack. Puts it into the net. 24-23. Panthers still with 1 match point in hand. And the advantage on the serve. Steph Jones lands in. Game, set, match. And the Panthers Section 5 season is over. Panthers are section co-champs with the Blue Devils of Mount Lebanon. What a thrilling 4-game match this has been. Panthers winning game number 1, 25-21. Moon capturing number 2 at 25-22. Panthers coming back to win game number 3, 25-19, and game number 4 at 25-23. An exciting contest. We're glad you were with us tonight. I've been Kevin McGahey all night long. My videographer's been Connor McKeel. We're glad you were with us. 1 match left. See you next time on Cable 7. Good night, everybody.